Hello, everyone, and welcome back. What's on tap for today? Well, we've got another in our series of the campus reform videos where their intrepid street reporter goes around to campuses all across the country. This time they're asking the question, hey, what do you think of Joe Biden's policies and his agenda? But in reality, it's not Joe Biden's agenda or his policies, it's actually President Trump's policies. Let's see what happens when these woke college students get the tables turned on them. And we're going to get to that in just the next few seconds. But before we do so, we just want to let you know you're watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I'm your guest host for today. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us, comment below. Let us know what you think of these woke social justice warriors, basically these students. What do you think about them? Let's get to that video right now.
Hi, I'm Ophelia Jacobson with Campus Reform. The Trump campaign recently released its agenda for its second term, building off the administration's past accomplishments. We're here today at the University of Florida asking students what they think about these initiatives, but we're not telling them they're Trump's. Instead, we're telling them that these ideas are Biden's. Let's see how the students react after finding out that these initiatives are Trump's accomplishments. So Biden just released his plan for presidency, highlighting some initiatives that he wants to focus on. I want to get your reaction on some of these. So the first one is he wants to stop endless wars and bring our troops back home. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm happy about that. War's never a good thing.
It's a great idea.
That definitely sounds like a good thing, but I feel like every president has said that. It's a good thing. Wars are, that's a gray area. People agree to disagree.
I'm all for that. There's no reason for America to be occupying all these different countries at the moment.
I think that's a good thing, so I don't think they need to be over there getting killed for something that isn't here.
I mean, if we can get our troops home, that's for the better, That makes me feel good, if that's what he cares for.
He also wants to dismantle human trafficking networks. Do you think this is a good idea?
I think that is a great initiative, really important because obviously human trafficking, especially in South Florida, which is where I'm from, is a huge issue. So from what it sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, human trafficking is a horrible, horrible thing. So it's fantastic that he wants to do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty anti-human trafficking.
Well, human trafficking is a pretty bad thing. It kind of takes away from people's humanity.
I mean, that's a good thing, actually, but how he's going to go about doing that, not sure. But
That's a good thing. He also wants to wipe out global terrorists that threaten to harm Americans. What do you think of this?
I agree with the plan. I just don't think he's the person to do it.
Love that. Love it.
Well, that should be every president's objective.
Obviously, terrorism is bad, so.
The fight on terrorism has always been important, especially in America. So getting rid of stuff that can harm American lives is perfect.
I don't know if wipeout would be a good term to be used in that sense. I don't think killing useless.
Typical liberal. I don't think the word wipeout is a good word to be using here. Let's use some other nice word. Okay, he's probably going to start working in the State Department where they start taking words away. Remember how they started doing that, Obama, when they didn't want to claim, that it was, things happening from, terrorist regimes. So they basically said, bad guys. Unbelievable. Let's continue.
Uselessly is a good idea.
Taking out terrorists is a good thing, so yeah, that sounds good.
Terrorism is only going to get worse, so someone has to do something.
So hearing all these initiatives, are you likely to vote for Biden? Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I still haven't decided yet, but these things all sound great, and they definitely are making me lean more towards Biden. Definitely more likely, yeah.
I'm voting for Biden. I already know that.
Okay, so would you be surprised if I told you that these aren't actually Biden's plans? These are actually part of Trump's second term agenda, and it's actually part of his track record, meaning that he's already accomplished a number of these things in the past 3.5 years that he's been in office.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I didn't know about those things.
Oh, I mean, that's great, too.
Not necessarily. I just know that everyone will bash what he does, and it's hard to believe everything, and it's good to do your own research and find what's actually been done and true.
For example, for dismantling human trafficking networks, he's allocated $400 million.
Surprised me a little bit because I don't have the highest opinion of the president at the time, but I think that's great.
Does this surprise you?
Yeah, I guess a little bit. I mean, don't really hear about that.
I didn't know.
Because you're idiots.
I didn't know they work with human trafficking as much as maybe it hasn't been reported on.
Has that changed your opinion on our president and what he's done for our country?
I'd say at least a little bit. I think everyone, including myself, could be a little more looking at the policies of the president rather than their character.
So that plan for like what you said about the military, I definitely do not think that has actually been like done by him.
He's been the only president in a large amount of decades that hasn't started an actual war, and he's removed troops out of Syria, and he's planning on doing the same thing in Iraq and Afghanistan.
I'm actually not surprised because he's been doing a lot of actually decent things, pretty good things to helping Americans.
You really threw me for a loop there. I mean, that's great to hear that he's accomplished those and is working harder.
So does hearing these ideas change your opinion about Trump? Are you likely to vote for him in November now that you know that these are part of his agenda?
Yeah, I mean, those sound like some good things.
Very likely, but I still research and still need to see what also Biden's doing.
He has a reasonable track record, but yet again, he needs his Twitter taken away.
No, he's still racist.
Why is that?
He says racist things.
So does that change your opinion on him and what he's done for the country?
Yeah, I would say so. But I'm still just going to play it by ear.
Why are you not surprised?
Well, I don't think that Trump has done terrible things. I think that socially Trump hasn't done some great things, but definitely in other aspects he has made progress.
Not at all. People give Trump a lot of crap, but he gets the job done. I can't hate him for that. Yeah, I mean, in this time, not a lot of the good that he does is heard. It does help knowing that that he is doing these things.
So anyways, what we're just saying, that these are these college kids here. Just unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. That their minds are already made up. These are students, they're for the majority part, okay, I'd say 80 to 90%. And I'm sure when they do these interviews out there, they can't be showing everybody that's out there. So they basically comb through their interviews that they do. They take out, obviously, the stuff that is going to get the most clicks and we watch the most. But the thing is that the sample that they're getting, I would say 85, 90% of the students at these universities probably are absolutely liberal. They're definitely woke. They're certainly social justice warriors. And they certainly virtue signal every single freaking day of their lives. I mean, if our youngsters, if they're not if there's one thing that they are, especially if they're on the left, they are virtuosos. Virtuosos, okay, with the violin. I'm telling you, the political violin, in terms of virtue signaling, oh my God, it's unbelievable. Virtue signaling, virtue signaling, virtue signaling. If you can identify with a problem, seemingly care so deep about it and wanting to do so much to help, but you want that help to come from other people, from other sources. You don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to give up your own money, your own resources, your own clothes, your own money. No, you don't want to do any of that. You want other people to go ahead and go there and do things and get the money and whatever. All you want to do is just talk about it so that it makes you look good and feel good among your friends and your peers. That's what's happening over here, because you can tell as soon as they were told about Trump, is that going to change your mind? No, not a way. Oh, you know what? I don't think remember that one idiot back there? He said, well, I don't think that's really true. He hasn't really accomplished it. And then she basically said, yes, the New York Crimes basically said that, yeah, he is pulling troops out of Syria, and he's the first president that hasn't started a war in who knows how long. So once again, it just goes to show you that these kids, low information, no information. It is amazing, folks, how little information these kids really know, because they're in that liberal, leftist, Hollywood, the hypocrites of Hollywood, the media cabal, cartel, the mafia cartel. They're in that freaking leftist, socialist, Marxist bubble. That's where these kids are. And when you burst their bubble, they still don't want to believe what you're basically telling them. Still have to go do my own research. Still have to take a look. You didn't do any research before. You're not going to do any research afterward. Don't lie to me. Don't kid me around. Don't say that, okay? You're just part of the simmer. The acronym I coined, SIMR. You're just simmering and woke. Stupid, idiotic, moronic, retarded. That's what the most of these students are, except for a few of them. Anyways, we thank you for taking the time to watch this video. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I'm your guest host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, like, share, and follow us. I'll leave you with my final thought, which is, When you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.